So, what's up, guys? Me and Harry today are doing a AK tier list. Essentially, we're just going to wander through the AKs and rate them from S to F. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing either. Anyway, let's get into it. Right, Escada. First up, obviously, this. Oh, is it called the AK
Well,
Predator?
you're not going to do an intro.
I've already done one. I did it whilst I can't do it whilst I'm talking to you because I end up like saying something daft. I've done the intro. The intro's gone. We're doing this now.
Okay.
Escadoo. This AK looks like poo. Honestly, I don't even have to look at this AK in game. I just don't like it. This AK, I think it's.
I am looking at it in game, and it would be too polite to give it an F tier. Because if you give it an F tier, it actually has something. I can say that it's truly awful. Whereas E, it's like that level of crap where it's still crap. It's not that bad. It's good. It is just crap.
Yeah, I think it's reserved for E because F is reserved for it's gone past the point of being bad. It's now cool again. Like E's the bottom level pretty much. Like if it's an E, you know, it's just an AK that you want to avoid. I just really don't like. Like you just don't like it. It's just not interesting. It's got nothing interesting about it. Like what's inspiring about this? What's inspiring about looking at this? This is you wandering around with your BB gun and you've dropped it in the mud and you picked it back up again.
I'd also like to throw it out there that even a factory new one does not look like that. It looks scratched, like
yeah, it does.
Like on the trigger.
Like even like this, like the best Float Factory new condition one, it's still got like a few scratches and bits and bobs. It's not actually that clean.
Have you seen the price of a factory new one as well?
Yeah, it's because it's from an old collection. It's 33 quid for an AK that is going solidly in the E tier. The next AK, however, we're jumping to quite a nice one. We're going to the Aquamarine Revenge, which is this, which is actually like a genuinely nice AK, and I really should have just got them all set up along here because that would have been so much quicker, and I'm realising this now, but it's too late. We're moving on. It's this. I really like the Aquamarine Revenge. I think it's really cool.
About this skin.
Go on.
My favourite thing, and it's such a minor thing, but the red, whatever it is, the wire or
yeah.
That is so nice.
I love like the stock. The stock and the grip are so cool. Like the way it just like fades out. It's got little intricate details that you don't notice when you first glance at the skin. You just think, oh, pretty dolphins, like fire dolphins. To be fair, it took me many years to realise that they're actually dolphins. But like,
I realised fairly quickly when someone in a game had the name tag dolphin.
Friend.
Oh my god.
Don't know if we can say that. Hey-ho.
I will bleep that. Don't worry. I don't either, so I'm going to bleep that. Yeah, no one heard that. It's dolphin fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds... It starts with the same letter as rage, and it has the same amount of letters.
Yes, I had to work. I had to count that in my head. I like this AK. I really like this AK, and even in minimal wear, it still looks like decent. In minimal wear, it still looks like. I wouldn't say it's like top tier, but like looking at it,
I'd say
it's a very cool AK. I really like it. I think B. I think it is a B AK because it's not like the best of the best AKs. It's like a cool AK, but it's not your first choice. It's not really your second choice, but it's a very nice AK. I do approve of it quite highly. I think we'll go on to another good one as well, the Asimov.
Oh, you see.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're going to say about this one. It's a VTEC Vulcan.
No, I wasn't going to say that at all.
We know.
I like the AK Asimov a lot. I really do. But having played Counter-Strike for years and years and years, the Asimov to me is the AWP and the M4.
True. I do associate the Asimov with the AWP, like especially the AWP. But I do like it. I think it's a very nice AK.
It's a take all that aside, it's a lovely AK, and it's not even that expensive for what it is.
No, it's really not. Like, especially compared to the Vulcan, which it can be compared to the Vulcan because it's similar styling with the orange swapped for blue.
So like, minimal wear one of this is cheaper than the factory new Predator if you buy a factory new Predator and you're not some kind of wonky investor
or a collector. Like, you might be a collector where you try and collect all the skins and stuff, which fair enough. If you're trying to do that, then fair play. Obviously, you need to get the Predator. The Asimov's one that I'd like quickly. I'd instantly think to put in a.
You'd go hesitantly. Revenge.
I
don't know. I prefer the Aquamarine Revenge.
True. As a standalone AK, I think the Aquamarine Revenge is nice. No, do I think the Aquamarine Revenge is nicer?
Out of context of price and how many players have one in games.
Out of context of price, I actually agree. I think the Aquamarine Revenge is nicer. So I'd probably have to put it there. I probably have to put it behind the Aquamarine Revenge in V tier.
Yeah.
Because I actually do really like the Aquamarine Revenge. I think it's this is so close to A tier. This is like tiptoeing on A tier.
At this point, that I am a sucker for skins that other people in the game won't have. For example,
the AK that you have.
I sold a Neon Revolution rather quickly, and whenever I buy a blue laminate, it's gone in a week.
You can't stick with AKs. Anyway, you are Mr. Change your AK.
I don't have a choice now. Anyway, carry on. We'll get there.
You do, but we will discuss it when we get there. I'm gonna leave it in there. I think it's B tier.
We've also been discussing for way too long on this.
Hey, it's fine. This is going to be like a 2.5 hour video of us discussing AK skins. I think this is so close to like it's tiptoeing here. It's tiptoeing its way into A tier, but it's staying there for now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now we're going on to an interesting one because I don't know what your opinion on this is going to be, but I like the black laminate. I think it's cool. But at the same time, I can't. Without stickers, it's so bland. It is really bland.
We mentioned this before that we kind of had a rule that we're judging them without stickers, but we can say, like, as a side note, with stickers, things are nice.
Yeah.
But I will somewhat make an exception for this one because you can get it in souvenir, and with the souvenir stickers
very true. With souvenir stickers on, it's like.
Because my thing
cool.
Is that how it comes out of the case? And out of the drop or crate, obviously, with this, whatever it is.
Yeah, let's have a look at a souvenir field tested one, see if we can find a nice one.
Preferably with the souvenir.
Yeah, I was going to say, these have all not got souvenir stickers on. These haven't got the nicest souvenir stickers on, but with the souvenir stickers on, it is quite a cool AK.
I also put it up there with the Asimov though.
No, I still think it's a very cool AK. Like I think it's quite inoffensive. It's not very out there at all. But it's not a. I honestly think it's a solid C.
It's clean
because it's clean. It's middle of the road. It's neither particularly nice or particularly bad. It's not like a bad AK. It's not like a just dead one.
No.
I don't think it's that boring or anything. There's no real artwork or anything to look at. But it's all right.
Sorry to spoil my opinion here, but I feel the same about most of the laminates, really.
Yeah.
So there will be some differentiation.
There will.
In opinion.
The other one. The next one's Bloodsport. Okay, judging it on opinions, it's very busy. The artwork's cool.
When I was 14, if I was looking at something like that, I'd think that's amazing. Because I'd go on Need for Speed and put decals all over my car. But but since I've developed taste and I am of an age where I can eat olives,
is that age you need to get to? Do you suddenly get to 22 and decide that you can eat olives?
You know that's it's a thing that you can't eat an olive as a child.
Yeah, they're just salty, horrible messes, aren't they?
Yeah, to be fair, I'm saying this like a thing. I still don't fucking like olives.
You were just sat there playing CS and scranning olives.
Oh God. Yeah, no, it is too big. If it had all the writing taken off it, it would be a beautiful AK.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, if it had that, like all that, maybe leave that one. You could get away with that one, but like that. I like. Granted, it is a cool AK. I'm not gonna just like say it's not a cool AK because it is. Like when you look at in game, it has got loads of detail on backside and stuff. It's got like loads of little Easter eggs and stuff. Like it is a very cool AK. But personally, I just it's very busy is probably the best word for it. It is just very busy. And
I'm trying to find concept pictures somewhere on the internet that is like the Bloodsport without the writing, because I figured someone might have made one by now.
The only issue is if it's the Bloodsport without the sticker, it's almost Asimov. Just more orange.
I'd say that one would be the Red Vulcan.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fair. No. Yeah. I mean, I do like it. I think it is a nice AK, but I just think it's too busy to be anything other than good. Like, yep. I put it in the same category as these, but right at the back. Because I don't think...
I'd go C.
You'd go C?
I'd go C.
Because it is quite... Yeah, mate, no,
Bearish.
Yeah. Head or a... Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about where it went in C. I just think it's a C. Because you can say
okay.
Like, you could say that it's really nice, but you could also say that it's really shit. So we're going to leave it in the middle and try and offend everyone.
I like your thinking. Yeah, no, I think it's probably slightly... It's weird because it's such a colourful AK, and that's what quite a lot of people go for. But I don't think it's as intricate as that. I think that's a much more intricate skin. That's just a much nicer skin. It's less busy. There's a lot more person.
There's a difference between intricacy and
crammed on.
Like yeah, and being there. Like they've tried to fill every gap. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I think this. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah. No, you talked me into it, but I think actually that C is not a bad idea. Not a bad placement for it because it's not as nice as those two. Not even close. The next one's a blue laminate, and I have a feeling this might be the first lowest scoring one other than the Predator because that is just not good.
Right. The thing is, if the blue laminate was rare and you never saw it in game, I'd be like, you know what, that's pretty cool. However, every single game at Nova rank, there is an AK blue laminate in the lobby.
There is.
There's, without fail.
Another thing as well is the blue just doesn't look like it belongs. I don't know about you, but it just never has looked like it belongs on that AK. It looks very out of place.
I kind of like it. Like, looking at it like that, right? So that image there, picture that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It's a red AK, and it's from an old collection. Okay? So it's taken the place of like the Dragon Lore or the Medusa.
Yeah.
And that's the skin. You're looking at that and you're going, bloody hell, that's such
it's
a cool,
a nice template. It's a clean template, is what it is.
In the same vein.
It's the same vein as the black laminate. Like it's the same. It's a similar vein to here.
I'd put it in D or.
But I'm thinking here because it's not as. It doesn't come in souvenir.
It's not as bad as the Predator.
Nothing's as bad as the Predator, I don't think.
And it's not bad enough to be funny.
No, because it's not. No, because it's not a bad AK. It's not like that's not a bad looking AK. Like I don't think it's a bad looking AK. I think it's very bland. There's blue wood.
I hate that everyone has it.
It's uncool because every single person in their entire existence has had one of these at some point in time. They will have done. Even the newer players will have had one at some point in time because it's still only £3 because it's in a case that even though it's from 2013 is still not very expensive because the reds are rubbish. It's fine.
It's like a Hyundai i10. It's not a bad car, but everyone has one and therefore it's a bit boring.
It's just not very interesting. Like, no. And it's not as cool as the black It's not as cool as the black laminate because it can't come in souvenir. And the souvenir does make it cooler.
That's true.
I know we're going to disagree with this one. No, I know we're going to disagree.
We're about to have an argument.
We're about to have an argument because I really like the cartel. I think it's really cool. Because it's very intricate. There's a lot of intricacy without being overboard. It does look like the sort of thing that if you're a Mexican mafia, you would have this AK because it's just cool.
You're paying like £7 for a stock AK.
Okay, yes, it is very stock AK, but the actual like pattern on it, you can't tell me that doesn't look cool.
All you see in the game, right, is random squiggles on the barrel of your AK.
that is all you see.
You don't see them work or skull on the mag, which is probably the coolest bit. Or the eyes at the end. Or the
snake there.
I'd never even noticed that.
Really?
I've been playing for about 7 years, and I've never noticed that.
That's a snakehead there. Snakehead there, skull there, skull there, skull there.
Can you imagine if it had like, I don't know, colour?
If it was similar to the Muertos in colour.
I'm going to throw this out there. The AK cartel, not the AK cartel, the P250 cartel is beautiful.
This is also beautiful. This is a work of art.
You know what? Yes, it's a work of art. In the same way that when I went to the National Art Museum in Liechtenstein, they described 3 rubber bands that got slightly less stretched every time as art. You have to be a certain level of idiot to go, you know what? That's clever.
No, I'm not saying it's clever. I'm saying it's good looking. However, I will agree that in-game it does look like a stock AK. Especially if you're like me and play 4x3 stretched, where it literally is a stock AK. There is no detail.
That is a beautiful AK to look at.
It's
a panorama in the item viewer.
Yes.
That is not a beautiful AK to play with.
To play with AK,
for that reason,
it's going here. It's going
Absolutely.
there because it's a very... If it was either colourful or had some like... I tell you what, if it had... you know, the Mac 10 pipe down has the sort of almost 3D effect?
Mm-hmm.
If it had that effect on it, it would be like there.
I had a cartel once and I bought it because it had nice stickers on it and I could sell it, and I like the stock AK.
Yeah. If it had detail,
it's a tradable stock AK.
It is. If it had detail like the Mac 10 pipe down where it was 3D almost, it would be like here or here. But with the fact that in game it does look like a stock AK, it's going there for me. Although when you are inspecting it just in the menu, it's super cool. Like, I really love it. This next one, I really hope we're not going to disagree. This might be the first S tier AK. Because I think it's personally one of the favourite AKs in the game. Pattern depending.
I'm going to say this. I was going to say, yes, it is one of the best AKs in the game, bar none, and there's no doubt about it. However, if you go and buy the cheapest one on the market, chances are it's going to be...
Let's have a look at what the cheapest one on the market actually is.
It's going to be mediocre.
Let's have a look at cheapest one on the market, because you're probably right. It probably is going to be mediocre. I'm surprised I spelled that right.
Not surprised as I am.
Nah.
Right, field tested, cheapest on the market.
Literally, cheapest on the market. It's just gold with a tiny bit of blue. Yes, it's got some cool stickers on.
That in-game is not worth 70
quid. 70. Yes.
That in-game is not worth 90 quid. Alright.
Yes. Right.
So
okay.
My point
pattern depending, this is the coolest AK in the game. Like, okay, for example, mine's nothing special, but my AK case hardened is a nice amount of blue to the point where you can justify putting it in S tier, I think. But I think if you're getting, like, just as a general skin, I think it still has to go in A tier.
If you're buying an AK case hardened as a play skin, unironically, you'll pay £10 overpay for a bit of blue.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And at that point, it becomes S tier. So I can't argue with it being S tier because everyone that has one has an S tier AK blue gem.
The issue is I see a lot of them that aren't blue gems when I'm playing, so I'd almost argue that it has to be as a skin, I think with the blue gems, similar to like putting it'd be similar to putting stickers on like this though. If you can put stickers on it, you can make it that easily. Which is why I think if you get blue gem, you can make it that easily. But I think if you're not talking just general rule of thumb, I think the case on, although it's possibly the nicest with a blue gem, has to go A tier because it's so close.
Let's keep it in A tier and see if we actually put anything into S tier. Because if we don't, it's gonna have to go.
This is true. No, because I know there's because I know that there's at least a couple coming up that I'm going to put in S tier, or personally going to try and argue my way to S tier.
Okay.
There is the next one in the list. I think it's the elite build. It is the elite build. I can't really tell because it's just meh. This is it's a fine. Is what it is.
Unpopular opinion. This is the blue. This is what the blue laminate. No. This was what the blue laminate is now. And that everyone in the game has one. For the first 2 or 3 years after it came out, it was everywhere. But now you don't see them that much. And out of context, that AK is actually nice. It covers
it
like
is
all
quite
the
a nice AK.
It's very clean. And when you think that the AWP version of this got turned to a pink, probably it shouldn't be a pink.
I think it's one of the pinks that should probably have been a purple.
Yeah. But I don't think it's as bad as the Cartel
or the Blue Lamb.
I think it's one tier above it.
I personally think it's fine. It's nice enough that it's fine. It's not a bad AK because it doesn't
drinking Lucozade Energy at 9:05 at night. Don't mind me.
Yeah, shout out to Lucozade, definitely sponsors.
I just went and bought 4 litres of Lucozade. So yeah,
I had Lucozade earlier on the way back from work. I don't think the elite builds are as nice as like these two. Like I personally, I'd probably put that like there. I don't think it's as nice as the Black Clam or the Bloodsport, but I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as the base AK or a blue base AK. I think it has to go C tier.
If you put it in C tier, it makes a really nice pattern, like a trackball. I hate you.
The Emerald Pinstripe is the next one because I think we're both agreeing that that's probably fair.
Yep. Emerald Pinstripe. Hello, sort of green version of the blue laminate.
It's just the blue laminate, but green.
Remember what I said about the blue laminate?
Right. This is quick. It's going here. Or no, in fact, no, I'm putting it there. I don't like the green. I don't like it.
You know what? I don't even blame you.
It's not as interesting as the blue laminate.
You know what also they managed to do? They've made the wood of the AK
less appealing. They've made it worse. The actual original... Like, I genuinely, this AK, I can't even inspect it, is nicer, I think, than the Emerald Pinstripe.
It probably is.
Like, okay, you can't put it there, because that's reserved for cool, but like... Sorry, that's so bad it's good again. That's just bad. Like the Predator, it's just bad.
You know, like everyone knows someone that's forever throwing out furniture.
Yeah.
Right. That's all the furniture that the person that throws out the furniture bought from what was it called? Oakwood Furniture Store. So the advert it went, "You're gonna knock on wood." They're throwing it all out because the advert's not on daytime TV anymore.
Yeah.
That's the Emerald Pinstripe. It's in a skip.
Yeah, it's just bad, isn't it?
I've just seen another argument coming up.
No, because I know we're going to fall out on this one, because I really like the fire surfing, because it looks goofy. I quite like goofy skins. It's so dirty.
It's tried to bite the wood on the AK, and it's had its nose snapped.
It's so dirty. It's cool. I quite like it. However, I will say, as an objective skin, it's cool because it's old and expensive.
Yes, that's the reason. If that came
very
out
dirty.
Case, If that came out in a new case and it was like a purple tier AK, it would be worth £2 forever.
I think it could never be a purple. I think it would have to be a pink. Like it is quite
it has to be a pink because it's on an AK.
It's very abstract arty, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's
got a zip for a mouth.
No, it looks like some up and coming abstract artist has decided to get an AK that's like base AK and spray paint it a bit. That's what's happened there. I think it's quite kind of cool because it's so daft.
Tell me what tier you'd put it.
I put it here.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Because it's nice. No. Because I love it. I think it's amazing because it's so derpy. But I know that that's not something that everyone likes. In fact, most people don't like derpy looking skins.
It's a nice skin, but it's not worth the price.
Not at all.
When you look at it objectively without the flex factor, it's not worth the money.
Well, it is, but it's not as nice as objectively, the Aquamarine Revenge is basically just a nicer version of it. It's a more modern, nicer version, essentially. Yeah. I think it's nice, but it can never be as good as the case R or like anything there, and nothing that's going to go there. I feel like we've got a very quick one coming up because we've got the jet set, the first class even, which is this, which is just straight going there again. I don't. Wait. Okay, what are you going to say here? Because it's not going much further than this.
I like the jet set.
Okay, try and convince me why you like the jet set.
Okay, we'll first point out the negatives. One. Right.
Sorry.
Right. The handle is completely the wrong color. If it's gonna be leather green and metal, it needs to be leather green and metal, not with a brown hand. Okay, you've taken half the wood away and left some brown, right? No, that's a no. If that bit was green, that would be a lovely skin.
It would be a bit cooler. I just think it's very boring.
Just think the aged green leather is gentleman. Put it in D. I'm talking about.
Okay. I'll accept a point in a D because in game it's all right. It's okay. It's not Predator or Emerald Pinstripe.
This is my
bad. It's not that bad, but it's just not very good.
Yeah. I was about to make the exact opposite argument to what I was making to the Fire Serpent.
Okay.
And I was gonna be like, well, it's old, so that makes it cool. But
old and rarity, I'm not putting into as a factor because if that came out today, you would choose that, probably even that, and maybe that, or just have a normal AK.
While we're here, just to mention it, not for a screenshot in there or anything. Stock AK, where's it going?
C.
I'd say in between D and C. If there was
I'd say it's C, but like the lowest possible C, bordering on the D.
Yeah, in that I would rather have a stock AK than any of the Ds.
Similar.
But I'd rather have all Ds than the stock AK.
Yeah, similar to having the Aquamarine Revenge is B, but it's like arse end of A. It's like really close, touching, depending on how many stuff we put in here and if we need to stuff it up here for the space. It's like nibbling on A.
Yeah.
I think that's where that belongs. Similar to where the stock AK belongs, like here. Like proper bottom end of C, but not or top end of D. Like it's better than all of them. Because it is just... Okay, we are essentially using the Cartel here. The Cartel is essentially the stock AK.
The Cartel's worse than the stock AK.
No, I think it's slightly better, because at least when you inspect it in the thing, it has a bit of pattern. It's literally just behind the stock AK. It's literally just in front of the behind the Cartel. The front side Misty is... I don't know how I feel about it.
It is, and this isn't meant to be homophobic, but due to the flamboyance, it's the gay Vulcan.
It's just very weird. I had one for ages. There's not a bad looking skin. It's very abstract arty, isn't it?
It's a flamboyant version of the Vulcan.
It is a flamboyant version of the Vulcan.
I really like it. And the thing is, you see that, right? That image that you can see right there.
Yeah.
That, you see that on the workshop and you go, that's awesome.
Yes, this is true. I don't dislike it at all.
That was cool when it first came out.
Oh, definitely.
Because everyone's seen it a million times, especially for the first.
No, I'm going to put this quite highly actually, because I do quite like. I think it's. I'm so unsure of it because I don't spend that much time looking at it, but it is quite a nice AK. The colours are very vibrant without being busy. It is vibrant without being busy.
Down the barrel end, everything's got a blue outline, which is really nice.
Yeah. No,
I really like that.
I really like it. I think it's vibrant without being busy.
That's B tier, I'd say. High B. It's a B plus.
I think it's floating there.
Yeah. Yes.
Just behind the Akron Revenge, because like these two are very close to the A tier, but they are B tier. They're just in B tier.
If we're actually like
that might get moved.
If we're ordering these AKs like by the one closest to the letter,
yeah. That's what I was doing.
The jet set needs to go in front of the blue lamb.
Yes.
Thank you. I was gonna say.
And I think that goes in front of. No, for the souvenir factor, I think the blue there. I think it has to go like that. I think so far that's how it lines up.
Yep.
Although actually, I'm just gonna do that first because I can't have that anywhere near the top end of anything.
Right.
The fuel injector. I think we've both had a fuel injector, haven't we?
I've literally just sold mine. Yeah.
I know you have, but that's because you can't own a skin that anyone else owns. I like it. I think it's a cool AK.
We'll get onto that.
I like it. I think it's a cool AK. It's a fairly common AK because it doesn't matter what condition you get it in. But I think it's quite a cool AK.
I don't think it's that common anymore because it's gone up.
It has gone up really expensive. Yeah, this is true. But I think it's not the most uncommon AK. Like, okay, you see a lot more fuel injectors than you see blood sports, I think. No, actually, no, I don't think you do. You see a lot. Okay, you see a lot more fuel injectors than you see case hardens.
Similar.
Do you think so?
I'd say.
I see a lot more of these. I reckon.
When they first came out, I'd say you're right, but now I don't know.
I still think it's quite a cool AK because it's.
I love it.
I like really it. I think it has to be.
It's the clean buzzkill.
Yeah, the buzzkill's not as nice. They didn't quite do it justice.
The buzzkill is what happened when the fuel injector and the FAMAS roll cage made a baby.
Yes. No, agreed. I like this AK. I like it a lot. I think it's very nice. So for that, I think we have to put it here.
Yeah.
I think it has to go. I think it has to go A class.
There's got to be some difficult choices made in here, and that's.
I can see us very quickly just doing that. I honestly can. I'm leaving it there for now, but I can see it ending up in S tier.
It's an A plus, isn't it?
It is. It's similar to how this is almost A, and like how this is almost B. I think that's like very close to going there. The hydroponic.
No.
Objectively,
no.
Is it the nicest skin in the world? Like, is it the nicest skin in the world objectively? No. Like, objectively, is it that nice? Just looking at like this, it's cool.
Right. The thing is, there are no other AKs like that. AK.
No, this is true.
So it's hard to say objectively.
Is that the same handle as the first class? I've just noticed that is actually the same handle as the first class, isn't it?
It's the same handle as the stock AK.
Is it? It's on the stock AK.
I don't know. I
don't either. It is.
Oh, it is.
Anyway.
Bad.
Yeah.
No, oh no. Anyway.
No, I quite like it. I think it's quite a nice AK. I will say, however, objectively, I don't think it's as nice like those two.
You know, if it were up to me, this would be S tier.
You reckon so? You reckon this is S tier?
I love it.
I do really like it because it's unique.
This and one other, maybe, are my favourite AKs of the game.
I don't know what
I
that
really
one's
like
going to
it.
be, but I reckon it has to. It probably has to go here.
That's a fair balance.
Because it's
yeah,
not.
I
It's
can
not
accept
better than the case hardened. Because I personally, if it was up to just me, I think I'd probably put it there or there. I like there maybe.
Whack it where you were going to whack it, between the fuel injector and the case hardened. Because
I think that's a nice comparison because I do think it is a cool and it's very unique. That's the thing, is you never see any of these. There's no AKs in the game that look anything like this.
I was going to say, where's the other white AK?
It's a white and green AK, and the wood on it. I love the wood.
Be a white AK now.
I love the Vulcan. I love the comparison between the green and the wood. To be fair.
Yeah.
I think it belongs there.
Cool.
We're not going to disagree on this one, I don't think, or at least I hope not. On the Jaguar, because
it's D tier.
It's all right. It's just sort of there.
It's one of them old skins that hasn't aged well.
It's just sort of there, isn't it? I think. No, I know it's better than the Cartel. It's there.
And as I said, we do this as a side note. If you have the iBuy Power Hollow over
when you have the pink Jaguar, pink Panther. Yeah, that makes it cool.
That's cool.
I think it has to go there. I think it has to go top of D. Because it's better than the Cartel, but it's just a bit.
It's like the FAMAS Spitfire. It's an old skin that's not aged well. Oh, it's got a different handle.
It does have a different handle with the foot. It matches the. This is what they should have done with like the other ones, but the handle should match this.
If you learnt nothing else from this video, you learnt about AK handles, and for that,
got a good handle on it.
You should be thankful. Oh, die.
We're gonna offend people with this because this is cool. I don't care what you say, but this is cool. It's a cool AK.
It's a very cool AK.
It's so random. It's so cool. I like it. Like, I genuinely like it.
It looks like they've missed half the gun off with stickers, but when you've got it in game, that barrel is what you see, and it is just covered in stickers.
I honestly, they've ruined it with that. That doesn't work. I can't have that. I need to have a better one without the stickers because it doesn't. There we go. That's just cool. I'd say it would have been super cool actually, is if they changed up the stickers. If they'd made it pattern based where the stickers were different. How cool would that have been?
That would have been very cool.
I like this. It looks like you've been on holiday.
Well, that's why it's called the Jet Set, Brad.
Oh, yes, I know that.
From which collection?
Is it for the package collection by any chance?
You know what it is.
I think the Jet Set has to go here. Because it's very cool. I like it.
If you're putting the Jet Set there, you kind of got to put the Aquamarine Revenge up.
Yes. Okay. I've been toying with it for most of the video to put it there, but I think it goes behind that.
I don't know.
And if we're doing that, I think we have to do
that. Yeah. So if you're just tuning in,
we've now
decided to start.
We've now reorganised the list that we had half done.
Put a timestamp in the comments. This is the real start of the video.
This timestamp is 40 minutes in. We are about a third of the way through.
I shake my head in dismay that we've been doing this.
If anyone's still watching, this is the start of the podcast, Harry. That we're never going to start because we'll forget about it.
And we both work full-time jobs.
Well, this is true. I mean, when did I propose this video idea? Like 3 weeks ago. Right, yeah. I think Jet Set has to be sort of up here. I like it. It's really cool. It's a lot cooler than this. Like, as a comparison, I think it's just nicer looking than the Fire Serpent.
I love that we made the comparison to the Fire Serpent's like a stock AK with some like little bits on it, and that's exactly.
no, because no, you say it like that and you want to put it down there, but like
the jet set is brilliant.
I just think it's wicked. It's just so cool and unique, and it just looks like you've been on holiday. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. It's
Again,
really cool.
No other AK like it.
No, this is the thing. It's so just wacky.
Also, if you were clicking on this video expecting it to be a 10-minute video, so was I. I didn't know what I was getting myself signed up for.
Yeah, but you know what we're like, Winskins. We're sat there playing Wingman. We'll play like 6 games of Wingman and be talking about one AK that you haven't decided to get yet. Although
now,
this
hang on. Before you go on this, is it actually the jungle spray that you're on? Because you can easily make.
Yes, it is the jungle spray that I'm on.
Go on the tier list.
Look,
no,
yes, it is the jungle spray. The jungle spray there. Oh, which one of them goes on? The Predator that's already there.
The Safari Mesh, they're all the same.
Okay, but we could do that.
No, we can't. No, I refuse.
Why? What's good about this?
Right. This is better than the Predator because it's worse. No, because that makes it still bad. It's F tier. Right? Because it's that bad it's good. Because that gun is $2.99 in Pound Stretcher when you were a kid, or Wilco.
It's very army toy. Okay.
It lasted for half an hour and then it broke because someone trod on it or ran the Hoover over it. Okay.
Yeah.
And it didn't make a gunfire sound. It made a clicking sound. But
yeah. No, I agree with that.
And it's horrendous, that skin. But because of that, it's that bad. It's good. If I saw someone running around with a factory new one of them, I'd say, you know what, fair play. If
you are playing toy soldiers.
Yes. If you run around with a factory new Predator, you look like an idiot. If you run around with a factory new one of them, I've got respect for you.
And for that, we're putting an F tier.
Yes.
F tier like almost loops back round to here.
I was going to say it's a circle.
Circle of AKs.
F tier is just a memed version of S tier.
Yeah. It's a beautiful AK. There's nothing more else to say about it. It's a beautiful piece of work.
It's a beautiful AK. It really is. I don't know. I'd say if I was going to change something, it'd be gold, not brown. I would put it A.
Would you not?
I'd go top of B because that and the front side Misty are the same in my mind. In that you look at them in the workshop and you go, "That's an S tier skin." But then you, unfortunately, and I wish you did, but you don't get to see all the details in game.
That's the thing. And also, I'd like to point out there that it's such a nice work of art. I feel guilty for putting stickers on it and personalizing it. I'd feel so guilty because of I feel bad for the creator because it's that much of a work of art.
That'd be better as an NFT.
A what?
Like online thing.
Like a piece of art.
Yeah.
No, I think as a piece of art, it's super cool. Like the magazine, it's just wicked. But I think when you're playing with it in game, you don't get the full advantage of the artwork. No. Like you always get to see that. You always get to see that and that and that. You always get to see it. Whereas that's just. It's not busy. It's not busy. It's not massively busy. It's not
a beautiful piece of art. Like you look at the corner. Look at the handle. This is the AK handle podcast. The handle on that. Look at the detail that's gone into that. You'd never see.
And then like the magazine and all like the text on here, the Egyptian text. It's so. I bet that spells something, you know. And if anyone's ever tried to work out the hieroglyphics on the handle.
Oh, no, hang on.
And there
it says Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
And AK before his time, really.
The Egyptians prophesized it.
Right, before we get actually ruined, let's just swiftly move on to the Neon Revolutions, which I think we're both going to agree it's so bonkers, it's actually quite cool. I like it.
This is one that I'd put in B tier, but I'd be tempted to put in F tier because it's self-meme.
It is self-meme. It honestly is graffiti. That's exactly what it is. But it's done. It's so graffiti that it's done well. It's like the Fever Dream Open stuff. It's actually just cool.
It looks like graffiti that I think I'm only going to get 50 uses out of it.
No, I think this has to go like here. Maybe maybe like behind the front side misty maybe.
Also, I'd like to throw out there my AK Neon Revolution that I had was beautiful.
Yeah, because the sticker craft you had in it was awesome. To be fair,
4 Killjoy hollows just made it even more psychedelic.
Yeah, what's the next AK? Oh, the Neon. This one is another one, same as the Legion of Anubis. I can't put it A tier because it's so work of arty. I feel like it does. You can't enjoy the work of art as much as like you should do whilst you're playing the game.
I also feel like I see a lot of them because it's a bright AK
this is true.
Reasonably priced.
I do see a lot of them. I will admit I see a lot of these. Those and the Neon Revolutions as well. I feel like you see a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think objectively, I think it has to probably go somewhat here.
Just launch it in the middle of B tier.
I think just somewhere in the middle of B tier. I think slightly better than that, but not quite as good as like the frontside Misty. It's similar to Legion of Anubis. I think it's just the artwork is so. It's like as a piece of art. Like imagine that as a poster or a mouse mat. How cool that would be.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing it is. I think but it is like obviously it's a nice AK.
Put the Panther on. No.
We need to go look at it.
We don't need to look at it. We looked at it. Okay, just put it in C. Move on.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
So where's
it? Yeah, it's there. It's just the Jaguar. It's just the Jaguar Mark II.
It's a slightly better Jaguar.
Yeah, the
anyway, moving on.
This is just a better elite build, I think, personally.
Yeah, that is an elite build too.
Anyway, so where's the elite build? So we're gonna put it there. Do exactly the same as we did with the Jaguar. It's just a better elite build. Next one. Hey, we're powering through these. Oh no, we're gonna disagree on this one because I don't like this. I really don't like it. I just think it's horrible. It's just not nice. I really don't like this AK. It looks horrible. For me, this is going towards the bottom. I'm not gonna lie. I just really don't like it.
You know what?
Honestly, for me, it's going around here. Just preemptively warning.
Even, start, I don't like it. And this goes for all of our friends, not just Nuttall. But Nuttall has one.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, Nuttall had one.
Yes. He's got a black clam now. He's got some taste.
Yeah, I saw it that much.
It's just not nice.
No.
I've never enjoyed looking at it. Even when it came out, I looked at it and went, that's just horrible. Like, I looked at it and went, I just don't like that. I just really don't like that. Honestly, it's going here.
It looks like the Victorian idea of seafair, right?
Yeah.
It's like a Victorian that's never been out to sea imagines that that's what the sea looks like with the sea monsters in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these are the same Victorians that decided to write Victorian novels, which, much like this skin, are boring and try so hard to not be.
I'm going to agree because I've never read a Victorian novel. I don't think it's E tier because it's not as bad as those two, but it's not better than any of them. I'd rather have a stock AK. I think it belongs there.
Does.
That was a fairly easy one. This is also a fairly easy one because I quite like it. I think it's quite cool. I think it's not a million miles off the front side Misty because it's very modern arty, but in like a nice way. It's just a bit too busy, maybe.
On the realms of, while we're on the path to offending everyone. So if the front side Misty is the gay Vulcan, that's the period Vulcan.
Okay. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. It's quite cool.
It's what would happen if Pablo Pablo Picasso decided to join the army.
Yeah, this is true. I think it's somewhere along here.
I'd say that's fair.
I think it's like here. I think it's got the same issue as the Bloodsport. It's quite nice, but it's too busy. Maybe a little bit like around here, especially.
Yeah.
Like I love the handle. The handle there and the magazine look really cool. Another issue with it was if you get like minimal wear,
I'll tell you what it is.
It's still quite scratched up.
I'll tell you what it is. It is
there and stuff.
It's like you always had that. There was like a cool maths teacher at secondary school.
Yeah.
This is their background wallpaper on the computer.
Yeah, this is true.
Right. It's a cool maths teacher, but at the end of the day, it's still a maths teacher.
Yeah.
And for that reason,
trying
it's as good
to be
as
edgy.
Yes. It's unfortunately it's still a maths teacher.
It's the maths teacher that's trying to be down with the kids, but he's still a maths teacher.
Yeah.
The Baroque purple.
Right.
Go on.
Honestly, I think the Baroque purple is lovely.
I do. I like it.
I think it's brilliant.
I like it. It's very clean. It's quite stylish. The colours. It's very unique as well because it's the only real like purplyish AK. You can make it very personalised. I will say, however, I don't think it goes above the Asimov. However, I do think it probably goes above these two. I think it floats somewhere around like here.
If the Baroque purple took the Fire Serpent's place and it had been around for years, it's a nicer fire. I think it's nicer than the Fire Serpent. I don't because of the value and the swag factor and all that. But
I think maybe float it around here then.
Yeah, fair.
Like it is a nice AK. It
also,
is a nice AK.
The four assassin stickers, which are essentially Supremes.
Yeah, this is the thing. It is the LV Supreme.
It's the Louis Vuitton Supreme.
It's a Louis Vuitton handbag with Supreme stickers on it. I quite like it. I think it's quite cool. I do think it's not quite as nice as those two, objectively. But I think it's quite interesting. I quite like it. This next one, the Rat Rod. The Rat Rod is a weird one because I do also quite like it because it's got a very hot roddy vibe. Like it's so, like, it's very like apocalyptic type gun in it. It looks like it belongs in like a Fallout New Vegas or something like that. It would not like look out of place at all. Although I will say the blue is horrible.
Well, I'm a wanderer. I'm a wanderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like the type of thing that you literally dragged it out of a garage that's been left abandoned for 50 years and everything is stuck to it.
You know what this is?
Go on.
This is if the SG Integrale had survived the nuclear... Yeah, had been left outside during a nuclear apocalypse. It's still got the car oil where it had the recoil.
Honestly, I do quite like it. But I think it's all. I only think it's all right. I think it's maybe there.
I can deal with that. Yeah.
I think it's between the Baroque purple and the between the Jaguar and the Onka.
Yeah.
It's all right. There's not a lot of really good ones. There's not really bad ones. There's a lot of mediums. Indecisiveness.
I was going to say we're indecisive.
We're going to disagree on this one. I like this. I really like this. I don't know why I like this so much more than the blue laminate, because it is just a copy and paste of that skin, but red. So, in reality, it's there. It is, but I have a personal affinity to it, but it is there.
I think it's C.
You think it's... Okay, I'm not going to question it.
Because, where's the black... The black lamb's in C.
The black lamb is okay. In that case, then can we just do that? Because it is better. I think it's not. I think it's as nice as the black lamb, but the black lamb has a souvenir factor, so it's going above that.
Can we just look at the red laminate in Battle Scarred? Because it looks like the wood's been left outside for a week and it hasn't stopped raining.
This is true. It looks like it's really damp.
It's saturated as. Yeah.
Yeah. I quite like it. I think it's fairly interesting. It's not interesting. That's not the right word at all. It's very bland. I just like it because it's... I don't know.
it's fine.
It's a nice AK. It's a nice AK. It's not offensive. So it's going there. The red line, even. Literally just the next one along. It's fine.
It's a beauty.
It's a very nice looking AK.
Clean.
Very clean. It's just not that inspiring to me personally.
That's because it was used as currency.
It was for about 3 years, literally currency.
I was gonna say, that's like looking at a pound coin and you go, that's an inspiring piece of artwork.
Can we put it there?
Yeah, we can, yeah.
Because it's like top end of C. Top end of C, low end of B.
It's
nice.
I was going to buy one the other day.
Yeah, because it is quite nice. Like the carbon fibre on it makes it look nice. I like the carbon fibre with the red accents. I think it looks nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking AK.
If you're going to buy one, don't get a .37 field tester. Get a .20.
Yeah, because if you're gonna get like something like that, you need a good float. Otherwise, it does look like it's been put through a blender. This I'm pretty certain we both know exactly what. Really, I was gonna say here because it's so bad it's cool.
I don't think it is cool. I think it's just crap.
Okay, there we go. Next one.
Because that's
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's just not a very good AK.
That's S tier. It's the best AK in the game.
Shut
and I won't
up.
hear a bad word said about it.
The only reason he's saying it's S tier is because he's got the 6th lowest float one in the entire world, and it has some cool stickers on it. I do think it's objectively a B tier, but like here.
Okay, put it there, and then I'm going to explain to you why it's not there. Okay.
Do you want to go inspect your one?
No, I don't. For one, souvenir factor takes it up.
Okay, true. Yeah.
Right. So let's just do that before we do anything.
This is true.
Well, go on, do it then. Move it up.
Oh. Okay. 1.
Oh, you're right. Number 2, it is again. There are no other AKs like that AK.
This is true.
And I wish to high heavens that the netting on it was like oscillating rather than just random everywhere. Right? If it was like
a proper pattern across it.
If it was like a proper pattern across it and it was oscillating,
yeah,
and the lines were like not blurry on the edges, that is an S tier AK.
I like it. I do quite like it. Although I can't, even with it being so cool in yours, I can't put it much further than there. Because then you're then saying it's better than the Legion of Anubis, which is just a beautiful piece of artwork.
Yeah, yeah, fair. Hang on.
It's got its nose in above the Asimov.
I was gonna say it's done well to do that.
It's. I think it's very nice.
I'm gonna say it's ahead of the Asimov because it has the souvenir factor.
I think if it didn't have souvenir factor, I think it'd be here.
Yeah,
like between those two, but because it has souvenir ones, I think it's there. Because souvenir does just make it cooler.
Agreed. No
shadow of a doubt. This is one that I think is going to get a surprisingly low score because it is just black. It's without stickers. It's just so. It's just nothing. Like it's not as good as the red line. The red line.
I was about to say it's the red line without the red. So it's just a line.
It's just there. It's like here.
I'd like to put a shoe in though that with 4x
like gold stickers. Yeah, like 4x of matching stickers. It's cool.
It instantly becomes top end of B.
Oh yeah, with like a 4, it comes there with like a good set of stickers. But I think without a good set of stickers, I think it's like here, or like no, I think it's behind the rat rod. I think it's like literally a tier below because it's just not got the accents. If this had like some gold accents like here, like there, like the handle or like the trigger was gold maybe, and like this was gold. If it had like some cool golden accents or something like that, this would have been so cool.
That might be the gun that's improved by stickers the most in the entire game.
I think it is because it can go from here all the way up to like here quite quickly.
Yep.
But I think it's there for now.
Without stickers, it's there. That's fair.
Yeah, I think it's there because it's nice, but you can't really say much about it other than it is just the name is exactly what it is. It is just a blank slate. And we are now moving on to one of the nicest AKs in the entire game, I feel like. It's nicest work of art. I think this is beautiful.
I'd love to say at this point that you see them a lot in game.
Yes, very true.
Because they're not
the
as
most ridiculous price. No,
they're not as expensive as they probably should be for
this is true. They are such a well-priced AK for how nice they
are. Why is this not swapped with the AK X-ray? I'll never know. Because if those two are the other way around, my God,
this is like this is like 5-6 grand if this is the X-ray. If this is as rare as the X-ray,
and you know what, you'd pay it.
I have to say this is going here.
I would agree. In fact, okay,
there. I think it goes there.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because the only downside to it, because it's a bit too much detail to enjoy in game. But even in game, like the main part that you see is that, and it's so nice. And the detail on the back, you actually like look at the detail because it's on that back bit, which is like the most viewed point on the AK. It's just a lovely AK. I love them. I think they're really nice, and they go in a set as well. They're in part of the Tarot collection that has a Mag 7, an M4, an AWP, a USPS, and an AK.
You know what? The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm thinking it should be higher than that. Because like, if you're genuinely thinking without pricing and without how many times you see it in game,
I don't think putting it there is an unfair thing. I don't think putting it there is unfair.
The only negative that you can pull to the Emperors is you cannot put stickers on it.
No, it's got the same issue as like the Legion of Anubis. I don't think the artwork on this. I think the artwork on this is nicer than the Legion of Anubis.
The only people that are allowed to put stickers on this are Chinese collectors who put 4 Kato hollows on them that are out of their mind.
So you mean people that are insane?
Yes, because other than that,
no,
that should not. It is illegal to put RMR 2020 stickers on that gun. It is illegal.
If you buy something like this and have RML stickers on it, it's just wrong.
If you have this gun and you put 4 Espada non-hollow plain stickers on it, you can sell the gun for 3p and use that 3p to buy or to loan a hammer for 2 minutes while you break all of your own toes.
I think it has the same issue with this, where you can't see all of the detail in game, but I think the artwork that you can see in game on this is just much nicer.
Yeah.
And like the handle is just so. This handle and the stock are so nice.
It's amazing.
I think it's S tier.
Yep, agreed. We've talked ourselves into it.
We have talked ourselves into it. From an A tier to an S tier. This is going all the way back down towards the bottom because it's a Baroque Bird, an Uncharted, which is just the brown cartel.
This is the blue laminate on steroids, in that every single so that Russian guy that's in your lobby, or let's not be judgmental, any nation, the guy that's getting angry at you
has this
and is getting annoyed at you and he's shouting at you for things that you're not doing wrong. He has the AK Uncharted, and he thinks that he's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and he's not.
Well, what this
and
is,
he's an absolute donkey. And also, in factory new, the body of it still looks scraped.
It's just a brown cartel. It's just a less interesting, less delicate cartel, and for that reason, it's going here. Okay, it's going there.
Being a bad cartel
is saying something.
Is like being at the bottom of set 8 maths.
Yeah.
It's like you found the bottom of the deepest hole, and then you carried on digging.
It's there. It's not moving much for me. It's just there. I have nothing interesting to say about it. This is we're proper bouncing from top to bottom at the moment because I really like this. I don't think it's S tier. I can't put it in S tier for the life of me, but I think it's really nice. I think it's up there.
You know what I'd say?
know you want to put it close to S tier, which is why I think it has to go here, or no, like has to go there.
That's my favourite AK in the game. We had this discussion yesterday. When
I
was
understand.
looking for
I can understand why, because it is so clean and cool and old, and you never see them. But I don't know if I can put it above the Empress.
Buying the Vulcan, like the look of the Vulcan, gives me the look of if you've ever shopped for office chairs, and you're looking at like all the ones on Amazon that are like they're all 120 quid if they've got ergonomic back support and all that.
Yeah.
That looks really nice. The AK Vulcan is that.
It's a premium one.
But it's the version that's you have to go onto their website to buy it. You can't get it off Amazon. You have to get it off their website, and there's a lot of extra faff involved to get it.
But it's worth it.
But it's worth it in the end because it's going to be it feels premium. It feels
powerful.
It feels premium. It feels premium.
It feels powerful.
Saying it's a Waitrose AK is a disservice because Waitrose is for snobs. It's you know what it is?
It's a Tesco's meal deal AK.
What's like a high-end supermarket without being snobby? Tesco, I wouldn't say it's like high-end. It's like middle of the road.
Harry, we live in like the middle of nowhere. We don't have high-end supermarkets. We have Tesco and Morrison's. Is Sainsbury's like a high-end one?
It's a big co-op AK.
Oh, big co-ops are banging, you know.
Big co-ops are banging. It's a big co-op AK.
Big Tesco's are better, I'd say, because the big Tesco's have everything.
Big Tesco's are better because they have everything, but big Tesco's are deliberately middle of the road.
For everybody. Yeah.
Whereas the co-op is not for people who go to Aldi. It sees itself as a little better than the Tesco. It's for people who are just nipping out for a picnic, you know.
Yeah. Yes. No.
But not for people who go to Waitrose.
It's not people that are snobby. It's the people that
be done for them without doing their shopping online.
Yeah. I still would like to say I don't know if I can put it in S tier.
Have it top end of A.
I think it has to be the top end of it. I think it has to be literally the top A.
I've just gone on like a 5-minute analogy.
No.
Thank you for sticking with us if you're still here.
Yes.
I imagine you're not.
Well done if someone watches all of this, I think I need to give away a skin just to like feel sorry for her. Oh,
you can have my R8 Crimson Web .79 float.
That's just a default R8.
There's a default R8 that fell over and grazed its knee.
If someone watches all the way to the end of this video, I will give away my Glock High Beam 000 float. They can have it. Cost me $1, but it's fine. It cost me $1.
I've just seen something on this. Does that say 1337 on it? 1337 crew on the body. 1337 crew. I think it says 1337 crew.
Yeah, it does. Did you know that? Oh, that's a bomb code there.
Why has it got the CT logo on the map?
Oh, I don't know because it's so annoying. It's got the CT logo on a T gun. It's so annoying. If that was a T logo, it'd be so much cooler.
Maybe it's like this is what's gonna hit the CTs. Like the bullets in this mag are gonna hit the CTs.
No, not if we're rolling. Miss them.
In the same vein, no.
In reality, I don't mind it. I can't put it too highly.
It's got blood on the handle. I've never noticed that.
Really? Have you ever noticed that? It's got like a little skull there, and the bomb code, and 1337 crew, and there's little Aztec symbols here and all over the start.
Blood on the handle, that kind of makes it a bit more edgy. Tell you what, that was 4 Renegade Golds on it. Oh my days.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
We're not judging on this, so
it's like
I'd go C or bottom end of B.
It's like here. Maybe there.
Maybe there.
I think that might be about right.
I think it'd be hard to choose between that and a point disarray. So
yeah.
Bloody hell, we've only got 2 left.
We've got 2 left. I'm not hearing you say anything bad about this. This is going here.
Yep.
It's.
Can we Can we just
I think we can just move on from that.
Can we just verbally masticate?
I love this AK. I think it's so nice.
It's amazing.
It's a work of art that you can enjoy in game as well.
It's also unique. A completely green AK. It's like no other.
It's just, I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Yep.
I literally think the only AK that's better than this entire game is a case hardened. Personally, I think.
And then that's even debatable.
That's if it has a blue gem. If it's just like a Bogo standard one with not much blue on it, it's like this is better.
I was gonna say, unless it's a tier 1, maybe a tier 2.
Hey, if it's tier 3, you can borderline it. If it's tier 3 with a good pattern, then it's that. If it's tier 3 with a poor pattern, it's this. I think it's floating around.
You're not gonna get mad at anyone for saying the Wild Lotus is better than the case hardened.
No, but you're also not going to get mad at anyone for saying the case hardened is better than the Wild Lotus either. I think that they both have a place, and I think it's there.
Yep.
I also think we're probably going to agree on this one to the point where it's just why is this a red? And we're not judging it on the fact that it is a red. If it was, and I'm saying this now, I don't think this is entirely possible. I've also just realised, why is there a spring there? It does nothing. Like, if this was see-through and you could see the action inside, that'd be wicked.
That'd be incredible.
But you can't, so it's just a bit rubbish.
What? Right. The year is when this is. The video obviously has been released in 2021. This skin was released in 2020. The year was 2020, and they looked and they thought, you know what? We've got a CT version. We've got the M4 X-ray. We let it out in 2013 or 2014, whenever it was.
Yeah.
Okay. And they released that, and they went, you know what? Yes. And in all those years, it's a red from an old case, and it's still worth nothing. And it looks like crap, right? All three of those things, they looked at it and went, you know what? We need an AK version of that. Okay. And we're going to put it as a red for a collection, meaning it's going to be worth thousands. But in reality, looking at it, it's going to be worth dick all.
This is the same sort of pricing, roughly, as this. They're the same sort of pricing, and they're both reds from collections. This, fair enough.
X-ray, if you unironically buy an AK X-ray as a play skin, I don't even know.
The only ones that I've ever seen of these that look even remotely cool is there's an absolutely insane collector out there somewhere that I have seen this AK has got an AK X-ray in factory new condition, and it was the lowest float in the world at the time, and 4 iBuyPower hollows on it, and that was cool for the only reason it was a flex.
Yes. You know why that's cool? Because it's got 4 iBuyPower hollows on it. An AK Elite build would also be cool if it had 4 iBuyPower hollows on it.
I don't think this is very interesting. I think this has to go...
Please do the thing. Do it.
Has to go like here.
Oh, okay. You're boring.
Why? What are you going to say? Like here? No, no, it's there. It's there. No,
it's
F tier
because
shit.
For one, it's horrendous, and it is
so expensive.
But it can't be E tier because it is a meme. It's worth $3,000 and it looks like shit. So therefore, it has to be F tier.
It's $3,000 in minimal wear. It's about 4 in factory new. Fuck it, 4 GBP. It's about 5.5 USD, I think.
Like
4 for a mildly orangey, pinky looking, not very cool AK that, okay, if they at some point made it so the action inside you could see happening, right? If you could see that instantly, yeah, that's worth the $5.5 grand. That's sick. But it's not. It's the same reason that the new Glock is boring, because the magazine is painted on. It's not very interesting.
Paying £5,000 for that gun is like paying $3.5 million for a terraced house in Dunfermline.
Right, I'm leaving that there. That stays there.
Yep.
Is there any that we're thinking that might be want jiggling around a bit, or are we relatively happy with everything? I feel like we're going to upset people with the fact that the Fire Serpent's only in B tier, you know, and the Neon Rider's only in B tier as well, and I feel like that's going to upset people. I'm
going to be honest.
Fine with it.
I have the AK SafeNet, as we know. I do have the 6th best in the world. It probably shouldn't be that high.
I think I've moved it back to a more reasonable.
That's probably fair. Also, that's going to age like milk, because it's in the 2018 Inferno collection, and it's going to be like the new, like the blue laminate or something. Everyone's going to have them, aren't they?
Quite possibly.
But also, in anything other than low float factory, it looks like shite. So at least I'll have that flex.
This is true.
Whereas a blue laminate, it
don't make a difference. It don't make a difference what condition you get it in.
You could shoot it with another blue laminate, and it would look the same.
Can I just put this here? I don't want to see it that high up. I think it's horrible. I don't like it. I think it is horrible.
The thing is, that many people have got that skin. You just offended like
I don't
half
care.
the CSGO community.
I might have offended them, but I don't think it's very nice. I think it's an ugly AK.
I think
it's
that
disgusting.
tier list is very fair. If it was up to me, the Vulcan would be an S, but that's my personal preference.
How about that? I could deal with that.
Yeah, I think it's like the furthest. S.
Okay, can I want to say I'm gonna swap those two around. I think that's probably. I'm very happy with that. I don't think people are going to like the fact.
People are going to be unhappy with how high we've got the Legion of Anubis, because it's not a bright skin. But brightness doesn't mean good or bad.
I don't think they will. I think some people will be unhappy.
We put the jet set at A, and no one likes the jet set.
Yeah, but it's cool. I just think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. We're going to get a lot of hate from this. Like, there's going to be so many people that disagree with it. Like, there's going to be so many people saying...
For so many people to disagree with it and so many people to hate it, so many people would have to watch it, and so many people won't be watching.
Yes. No, I think we're going to get dislikes from the fact that, like, if anyone watches it, from the fact that that is there and that is there.
Okay, here's something for you. If you dislike this video, right, because of a decision we've made, please tell us why, and give your opinion, because I'm genuinely interested.
We are fully open to the discussion of changing this. This is not a fixed thing, and opinions do change, but I think these are definitely my favourite AKs in the game. Personally, I'd have this.
The AK X-Ray.
Is anything? No, you are blocked. You are instantly blocked. You are banned from the channel. If you think the AK X-Ray is a nice X-Ray, you are banned from the channel. You has been banned from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. There is no one that is allowed to think that skin is cool. It's just not. Okay, you can allow things like the Safari Mesh. If it's souvenir, it goes there because it's so stupid. It's funny.
No, because then it goes to F.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It goes down.
Yeah. Okay. If it gets souvenir, down, it's there. It becomes a meme. By
going down, it comes full circle and goes up.
Yeah, it goes to there, but it's there to the point where it's so close to being there.
Yeah, whereas the AK X-Ray is not close to being.
If you put 4 iBuyPower hollows on this skin, it goes to there. That's it. That's the only way that skin can go up. I'm really not unhappy.
You'd have to be a meme.
Yeah.
To own one. Yeah, I'd agree with that list as it is. It's done.
Yeah, I know that people are going to disagree and say that the Fire Serpent should be there. It just shouldn't.
If you take price out of the picture, it
maybe goes like there.
But there is a strong fan club for the Fire Serpent.
I think it's kind of cool, but I still think like that all of them are just nicer or cooler. This is probably going to be the most disliked factor, is the fact that that's there. However, that being there and that being there are going to be the two most disliked factors.
Well, if you think the X-ray's in the wrong place, then there's a famous saying that goes, "Opinions are like onions, you shouldn't fucking have one."
Isn't that from Shrek?
No, that's ogres are like onions. And then Donkey goes, "Why? Because they make you cry."
thought it was something about layers, not making them cry.
I have heard that somewhere. I can't remember where I've heard it. I think it was from a KYR. I think it was from a KYR Speedy video. There you go. Someone chatting shit in a game, and they said opinions are like onions. You shouldn't fucking have one. Kid.
It sounds like a very like Deluxe 4 or Deluxe 20 thing to say.
Love the crew.
I'm not watching me years. This is actually, honestly, we started this out as a tier list. It's an hour and 20 minutes of a podcast talking about AKs roughly and going on tangents.
Anyway, his Twitter's at the bottom of the screen. You can see it. He's got 10 followers. But that's fine because Jesus only needed 12.
You've noticed that before I have. Twitter's link in the description as well as it's been on the screen the entire time. I'll leave Harry's links in the bottom, in the description, whatever they're called. Is it still called description, or is it like something else now? Did it change names?
I don't know. I'm trying to start making a living off TikTok.
You're trying.
If I can make a living off TikTok, I'll be able to video game. Let me video game for my life. That's what I want to do.
Hey, it's alright. You're trying to make a living off video gaming. I'm trying to make a living off video gaming by being good at the video games. It's just a shame I'm not.
Get more money entertaining than being good.
I don't know if you do actually. Because if you're really good, like if you're good enough to be at the point where you're like a pro, take Kenny S.
This is a discussion for another video, but I will say this: Shroud will earn more than Kenny S.
But will he though? Because Kenny S averages like 10k viewers a stream, as well as winning tournaments.
Shroud's that rich that he doesn't react to anything that's under like a $10 donation.
Yeah, but true. Okay, true. All right, okay, we're gonna go off on a tangent if we don't end this quickly.
I was gonna say that's for another video.
Because this is end up being an entire podcast about 14 hours long. Right. Okay, we need to actually end this before. Like, there's no other final changes I can think of. I think that's perfect. Honestly,
that's all good.
Right. I'll leave everyone's. I'll leave Harry's links in the description. I'll leave my links in the description. Please argue with me in the comments because if you think you're right, you're probably not. You probably are actually, but we have funky tastes.
We're all going to be together, drinking and preparing for a day of watching the Euros.
Yes.
In the sun.
To watch England lose in the sun.
So when I rewatch this video in about 3 years' time...
Oh, you think I'm going to edit it that quickly?
You poor soul, you're probably sitting in the rain. Oh dear, look out the window. Isn't it terrible? Anyway, bye everybody.